Haha, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Thursday daytime stream. Rigo Rockstar, Cloudy, Ivan. How's it going, guys? All right, we're putting things together. Let's get started on this Thursday daytime stream. I think we have a big order from Anthony Kalura. I think I saw one. All right, so we're going to say hot. Let's see. Hot breaks. Yuzusoft, Nikke, more gold, more slabs, live card shop. I gotta sneeze. Microsoft raises prices. We're doomed. Doomed! I heard about that. The Xbox costs more. All right, let's jump over here. Oops. We're going live. Oh, wait. Alex already did it. I gotta sneeze again, man. Why do I sneeze out here? Oh, man. That's too much sneezing. We're live. What's up, Jay Oliver? It looks like he's saying... Okay, so I got an email from Isidro. Hold on. So that's Isidro. Give me a second here. All right. I got a runny nose. Gaming's a luxury now. That's right. You poors better not buy an Xbox. Xbox says Richies only. Good afternoon, mister, says J. Oliver. What's up, J. Oliver? Yeah, that's pretty, man, $80 is a lot of money. But, you know, if you felt like you were earning good money at your job, like maybe like Walmart or something, Microsoft is here to say, no, you aren't. And that's a subject we've talked about many times. Every time it starts to feel like you're making good money, the price of everything just adjusts upward until it feels like you're making bad money. And that is why minimum wage laws do not actually give you more pay. Everything just readjusts over and over and over again. So as the inflation creeps through, the price of your standard goods start to become unaffordable. All right, let's see. What did they do to the description on YouTube? I can't see the prices. You can't see the prices. Let me double check that. Hit the refresh button. Hit the refresh button. Reload the page. That's going to be the solution, okay? Let me close this. Let me open this. So I am printing a label for Isidro. Okay. All right. I like talking about subjects of economics and teaching some basic ideas. Even the Wimpy Digital 1 is up in price. Yeah, they said, no way, Jose, will we accept your money? We want more of it. It's kind of like the same idea. Like, let's say you wanted to work at McDonald's, and McDonald's is kind of like one of those really low starter level jobs, right? They're always demanding those jobs pay a lot more. They always do. And gosh dang, dude, will this thing print the label? And so let's say you got one of those really entry level jobs and it starts paying $100 an hour. Do you think the price of the Xbox games will remain the same if you were paid $100 an hour at McDonald's? And the answer obviously is no. They'd raise the price of the game to be something like, I don't know, $800. You know, a full day of work. They'll say, no, we know how much money you make, so now we know you can work a whole day at McDonald's and pay for one video game. So that's what they'll do once they understand how much everyone's making. They know what they can charge. There we go. And so that's why raising the wages never truly fixes the problem. All right. So Isidro, we're going to say missing slabs. Do you think minimum wage should be tied to inflation? Minimum wage is a tough subject because I feel for people who are earning minimum wage. For example, I worked a job at Target where I was paid very little myself. I worked that job for like 4 years. It was a tough job. Here, let me adjust the wire. It might disconnect this. I'm going to adjust the wire. All right, is that good? All right, I think that's good. Yeah, I worked one of those jobs. I worked at Target. So Target, you just don't make enough money to do anything. You're not going to get rich working at Target. You just can't do it. And I'd already left home, so I was paying my own apartment. I was paying my own food, my own clothing, my own car, my insurance, all of the things. And I was making, at the time, I was making $9 an hour at Target. It's like $9 an hour. And so I remember those times because, again, that lasted like 4 years. I worked at Target for a while. And I remember back then feeling like, hey, we should just raise the minimum wages. I remember feeling that way about it, and I didn't understand it all very well. Here we are. Raising the price on 5-year-old hardware is wild. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But here's the thing. I'm older now, and I'm better educated. I went to college. I took economics. I took micro and macroeconomics. And I have a much better understanding, I think, of just like the way markets work. That's it, just like markets, right? Like I even run a little shop where I sell things to people. And so if I know you're all getting a stimulus check of like $5,000, I can add $1 to all my booster packs and they'll sell because you just got $5,000 in your pocket for nothing. And that's exactly how the minimum wage works too. Let's say I'm a landlord and I got a bunch of apartment units. And it used to be everyone made like $300 per paycheck. And I'm charging $300 a month for my apartment unit. Well, let's say everyone all of a sudden is making $600 per paycheck. Well, the demand on my apartment units goes ways up. And I know I can raise the price and it won't affect anyone. So every time you adjust that minimum wage, the seller adjusts his price too until he feels like you're being squeezed. And it's just always like that. Because he's basing his price off of what he thinks you're able to give him. There it is. He's not basing it off of what you should get it for. It's just based off of what's there. So why stop at raising the minimum wage to 25? Why not raise it to 50? Why not raise it to 100? Why not raise it to 1,000? Why stop? There it is. All right. There's no solution. The solution, of course, is for everyone to get a skilled job. That's the solution. Because if everyone goes out there and they're like building homes, that's a skilled job. Well, then the supply of homes explodes, and that drives the price of homes down. And you're being paid more money to do a more complicated job. So you have more money in your pocket to buy a home with, you know what I mean? So that's the real solution. When you go to McDonald's and you flip a hamburger, you're spending your human life doing a type of productivity that doesn't really do anything for the society. Yes, we need hamburgers, but what I'm trying to say is that if you're building, let's say, TVs, for example, well, the TVs go down in price because there's more TVs. So the higher and more sophisticated your skill is, the wealthier the society becomes because you make something that is, it used to be more expensive, but because more people pursue that career, it becomes cheaper over time, right? So that's the real trick, is to get everyone moved on to complicated skills and have increasingly like automation in the low skill jobs. Hey, I'm a good hamburger flipper, bro. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I worked at Target. My job was picking up boxes, so that's about as basic as it can be. There we go. Let's see. What's most important is that you're employed and working hard and doing your part. That's all good. All right. So I believe we had a very, very, very large order. Oh, it wasn't from Anthony. It was from Jonathan Cham. Wow. 22 boxes of English Nikke. Damn, dude, he's opening 22 boxes of English Nikke. Let's get started. Mister, what's my store credit sitting at? Yeah, we sold a string of slabs last night. You're at 692 now. And we're about to open 22 boxes of Nikke for Jonathan Cham. Let's go grab that. So in other words, if there were a lot of doctors, the price of healthcare would go down. So everyone should go try to be a doctor. All right, got this huge case. Whew! All right, let's get it, man. Hey, what's up, Zach? How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. I like Thursday a lot. Oops. Let me reduce the number of slabs by one row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an Anthony slab. And this one can stay up. Okay. Pocket watching is wild. Friday Junior. Oh, you're saying Thursday is Friday Junior? Yeah, a little bit. All right. Ooh, 22 of these. I'm not going to lie. 22 boxes could take like 45 minutes. It could take longer than 45 minutes. It could take an hour. So let's get started, guys. Get comfortable, everybody. You can still send your orders in if you'd like, for whatever it is you'd like to open. But we have our friend, Mr. JC, opening a whole case of this. Very exciting. All right. So, yeah, the advice I'd give people is don't ask for minimum wage to be raised. Go job hunting and go improve your skills. Go invest in yourself, you know. Just get into a new field. And you can do that while you're working your current job. There it is. All right. Now, there's some great sectors to work in, like energy, medicine, sales. If you're good at selling stuff, sales will make you very wealthy, I think. So if you're a very good salesman, get out there. Don't stay behind your current job. Go pursue the thing you're best at. There it is. I got a job interview tomorrow. Nice, dude. I'm glad to hear that. I always encourage people to do that. Go job hunting. Try something new. If you like the job you have, try to find a way to make more money out of it. So if you already feel like you're in the right field, like you already like what you're doing, try to think of a way to monetize it further. Or expand your hours or something. Or get promoted. There it is. And that's the real solution. All right. All right. But we're talking about the subject of minimum wage because Xbox just raised their price on games to $80 per game. Wow. $80. A lot. Box number 1. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? Mr. LaFlame, we're opening 22 boxes of Nikke. After this, I have 2 cases left. 2 cases. Minimum wage going up is a scam. Everything else will get more expensive as a result, so you're not actually making more money. I don't think it's like fully a scam. I just think that I think people expect it to do more than it can do, you know? It can't truly make you wealthy to raise the minimum wage. And then most likely what will happen is the price of everything will just adjust. Like, for example, if you're paid $20 an hour to work a starter job, let's say McDonald's, and you're a construction worker and you only earn $25 an hour, you're going to look at the McDonald's worker and say, I'm not going to trade an hour of my highly skilled job constructing skill for your job fulfilling McDonald's orders. And what you're going to do is you're going to demand more pay for your job. It is. Teacher unions will go on strike. They'll be like, we make as much as a fast food worker. They'll go on strike. And so there'll be this slow trickling up of price increases as everyone is paid more and more money in order for everything to go back into balance. There it is. Like a doctor, he doesn't want to trade 1 hour of his time for 1 hour of your time if your job is putting bread on the shelf at Target, because he thinks his job's way more valuable than yours. So he says, I'll trade my job for 40 hours of your job. That's what he'll do. He'll expect that. He says, my job is rare and way more difficult, so I can expect to trade 1 hour of my time for 40 hours of your time. See, that's what's really going on beneath all the dollar bills. The dollar bills, those are just an abstract way to measure things. And when you buy and sell and trade things, what you're really doing is you're negotiating the value of your time. Okay, so the doctor says, hey, my time is the most valuable one in society. So I get to have lots of your life hours for just one of my hours. See, that's what's going on. It's good to understand like those basic concepts. Where does the price of things really, what is the root of the price of things? All right, there we go. Jesus, Santa Maria. You like this order? All right. Sweet baby Jesus. Hello, hi, what's up, Asmer? All right. Wait, this isn't Pokemon. Hey, what's up, Angel Rodriguez? How's it going, man? Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. There it is. How long have you known about this channel, Angel Rodriguez? There you go. We do a lot of Pokemon, but I'll tell you what, the Weiss Girl cards have done very well over time. We were actually just talking about that yesterday. We're talking about whether Weiss Girl cards will go up in value over time, and I think they might. I think they might actually be the kind of thing to buy and hold. There it is. All right. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Look at that, everybody. All right. First signature pulled, and it's this doggy girl, right? Let me find this. The $1 stores are about to become $5 stores. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Meow. Holy, what am I looking at? Okay. That's a $1,000 card. Is it? No, it's not. You playing with this. Everyone scream, ah, he did it! So he said 22 boxes of this, everybody, and we're blasting through it right now. Everyone scream. Did you see Trump said Amazon showing the impacts and price changes tariffs are making is a political attack, LMFAO? Yeah, that's a stretch. That is a stretch. I guess if you're a conspiracy theorist, you could say businesses are intentionally claiming to have the prices higher. But, you know, that's kind of what Joe Biden did, too, when he said, well, the cost of goods are so high because of corporate greed. It's like, well, corporates weren't less greedy before all the money printing. They're just as greedy as ever. And so all that's really going on is they're raising prices to adjust to get their margin that they want. They want a certain profit margin, and now they have to raise prices to get it. And that's because there's so much money in circulation. Likewise, if prices are going up, it's not because corporations are probably, ooh, we got them now by the nuts. They're probably more like paying the tariff. I mean, what it really reveals probably is how much product is made in China and how painful it is to have a humongous tariff on Chinese goods. It is. 22 boxes for who? We got Mr. JC Jonathan Cham. He's been with us for like 5 years. Jonathan Cham. And he's just going balls deep today. He got a good signature out of there. So let's see what else he gets. Once you're done, can I see all the mangas you have? I'm going to a few stores to search for packs. How many mangas? I personally don't have any mangas, but I know people who have them. The primal urge to rip the lid. I can't do it anymore. Can't do it anymore. It's made out of plastic now. The slab. Those Playboy cards are probably not made in America. All right, here's the Sniper Girl. There it is. Now we'll bust through these as fast as we can so that we can move on to your orders too. It's Thursday, one of my favorite days of the week because it's one of the busiest days of the week. And we are going to bust out some cards, man. I was wondering, since I see you pull them a lot. Time to hit the gym. Nice, dude. I was thinking about that myself. Today I ate extra healthy. So no junk food today. I'm going to try and eat healthy for the whole day. Have a good day. All right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, Red Riding Hood. Nice. Ah. Ooh. Oh. Pink Winged Lady. I need to bike more, says Jay Oliver. Biking, you like biking? I go for walks. Those are pretty nice. All right. So, JC, I'm going to put the hollows over here to get them off the table. All right. Yeah, I have a neighbor who has one of those, like, lay-down bikes. You know what I'm talking about? And to be honest, he makes it look so fun. I wonder how much those cost. I like the idea of the lay-down bike because it doesn't put any pressure on your back, I bet. Or at least it reduces it. Because, you know, I get that lower back pain and I sit in this chair all day. So my back gets all, you know, wound up. Too much pressure on it. So I like low-impact exercise or exercise that doesn't put any of the focus on my back. And a laying down bike sounds like, I don't know, just like a cool experience. I don't think it's like laying down. I think it's more like almost laying. It's like reclining. Right? Those flat ones, they look relaxing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they do. They look relaxing. And you still get a workout. They're like a paddle boat. All right. So we should get a paddle boat out here. My problems with walking is I end up going too far, and it's a struggle getting home. Oh, yeah. I always assume however far I walk, I got to walk that far back. So if I want to get just a small half-hour walk, that I know at 15 minutes I got to stop and turn around. If I want to get a full hour walk, I walk one direction for 30 minutes, turn around, and come back, and that'll be one full hour. All right. So we're just opening tons of these. Mr. Jonathan. Oh, very nice. Boop. Yeah, prices going up on the Xbox is a sad thing, but that's inflation. Whoa! Thinking about that subject. There we go. It's always so rewarding when you enter back into your neighborhood as a runner. Ooh. Have you enjoyed your return to Monster Hunter? We don't have the same audience as we once had. You know, I don't post videos. I don't stream every day. I don't play the game every day. But to be honest, you know what's crazy? I don't think I even could. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I could handle it because it's too easy. The game's quite literally too easy. I would just get bored to death. Here we are. And also, there's like a million guys posting videos for Monster Hunter these days. Like, damn, dude. 22 boxes, huh? Rooting for your SEC Plus pull. Me too, man. But yeah, I mean, over there on the Monster Hunter, the TheCardconomist channel, we are playing together. We have just a few watchers, about 30. Just friends and family at that point. But you guys are all welcome to come over there and hang out and talk while we're streaming. And one day we're going to be playing other games there too, like Pokemon Legends. So that's where it'll be hosted, is on the gaming channel. Play Oblivion or Clair Obscur. You know, if you guys voted on what game you wanted me to play, I might be down for that. If you didn't, if everyone here didn't want to see Monster Hunter, because I mean, if there's only 30 people watching, it's not like I have to play Monster Hunter. But seriously, I feel like Monster Hunter Wilds kind of dropped the ball. Such a smooth game, very fun. I had a good time when it launched. But overall, it's just like lacking something. It's lacking some end game content. My basic theory is that Monster Hunter did not adjust to the fact that most players are very good at the game now. The average player is much better at the game because we all got better after Rise and after Monster Hunter World. So everyone's had so much practice, they need tougher challenges. I'd love to see you play Oblivion. I haven't played Oblivion, so it would be a blind playthrough if you guys wanted to watch Oblivion. Super Smash Brothers. I was always really, really good at Smash Brothers, but you know, there are people who are probably so good at it, they're probably on another level now. But I could certainly play at sort of like a higher tier amateur level. You know, among amateurs, I'm probably pretty good. But those guys who play like really seriously. But you know, with Smash Brothers, I still watch that content almost like every week. I don't know if you guys knew that about me. I watch Smash Brothers constantly to this day. It's one of my favorite things to watch. Oblivion, but you don't skip the story. Oh man. What are you talking about, Mike's side? That's insane difficulty. All right. Monster Hunter Wilds for $70, eh? I got it for free. The Capcom team gave it to me for free as an influencer. How cool is that? I also got to play it early. Yeah, they gave me an early access code. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm not going to lie. I really felt like the game is lacking something right now. Endgame monsters. Monster Hunter World had like Nergigante, and it was so fun. And I found myself like trying to grind and put together some good weapons. I didn't really know what I was doing in that game. And then over time, I got really good at it. Well, Monster Hunter Wild starts. There's no new weapons. There's just like new weapon moves. There's the new wound mechanic and the secrets, which make the game so easy. Wounds and secrets make the game very easy. But, so the game, the game feels like it didn't keep up with my skill level and actually came with some strategies that made the game even easier than before. They took some things away, actually, in Monster Hunter Wilds. They took away the ability to put together a proper build, which I thought was a huge part of Monster Hunter World, was the ability to put together all kinds of cool builds. Well, in Wilds, they restrict how you can put builds together. I don't think that's smart. They basically say defense decorations have to go into the armor, and offense decorations have to go into the weapons. So you're only allowed to put your build together based on the armor pieces, and you're really restricted that way. You're only ever going to use a couple pieces of armor. And yet, if you have good decorations, you can't really build anything interesting with them. So I don't know what their thought process behind that was, but I don't think it led to the outcome they probably wanted. Like, it didn't make me want to play the game more. All right. Here's this. Here's this. What's the point in opening 22 boxes? Oh, there's a point. There's a point. And it's called Konnichiwa. Oh, Oni-san. Yes, master. All right. Nope. I do miss the B-52. Yeah, like Bazogus. There were a lot of great monsters in World that are not in Wilds. And Wild has got like spiders and octopuses, which have been a lot of fun, very refreshing. But, you know, they do have that basic problem where there's never enough content. But most importantly of all, there's not enough high-end difficulty content. That is so important. Like, Monster Hunter should have the equivalent of Destiny raids at this point, don't you think? I feel like Destiny raids were an experience I had as a gamer that was really important because they really pushed the envelope on, like, multiplayer co-op. And no one else wants to copy those ideas. No one else wants to do it. And they really ought to. Because those raids were a big deal. And you'd get, like, this exclusive raid gear. Imagine Monster Hunter Wilds. There are, like, these monster fights that literally require a whole team. You have to have a full team. And everyone on this team is going to be pushed to their limit. There you are. Right, what is a challenge? I watch a Monster Hunter streams, but it's more for you personality. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan. I gotcha. Okay, very cool. There it is. Maybe when G rank drops. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying, wait till G rank, wait till G rank. Well, they're going to make you pay $60 for G rank. That's what they did with Monster Hunter Iceborne. Wasn't it like a $40 DLC? So Iceborne popped out, and it was a $40 DLC, and it added some cool monsters. But actually, the highest difficulty that ever occurred in World was the Extreme Behemoth before Iceborne. You know, before all these new armor sets came out and all these buffs came out. So they already had the hardest content in the base game, and they never surpassed it. And the Iceborne expansion gave you a bunch of grindy, guiding lands and stuff like that. So you're just grinding. But there were a couple of really tough fights near the end, so that was good. But yeah, it was okay. I don't want to complain about it too much. It is. All right. Iceborne was worth it. Yeah, it was pretty fun. But also consider this. Iceborne came out, it felt like almost 2 years later, did it? Iceborne came out way later. And so, you know, I can't be asked to wait that long for the game to finally get good. The game needs to be good at launch. Whoa! Kulve Taroth. Yeah, Kulve Taroth was fun. That was the siege monster. Yeah, Bazalgeuse, Nergigante, Kulve Taroth. There's a lot of stuff going on. They just had their Spring Blossom event in Wilds, and I personally didn't feel like there was a reason to play it. There wasn't like a funny piece of gear or like an optimal piece of gear either. They just kind of pop in. They got like some flowers floating around. I think they're underestimating what people really want. Hey, it's Hobo Cage Fighter. What's up, man? All right, we're still going, guys. 22 boxes of this sold, everybody. You have a stream schedule for TheCardconomist. We're streaming every Wednesday right now, just Wednesday. It's once per week. It probably needs to be twice per week, at least. Fashion is the end game. Yeah, but see, like for someone like me, that's not really an end game at all. I like the end game to be skill-based. Fashion is just a little side thing. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. Here we are. Very nice. Okay, what box are we on? 10 or something? It'd be nice if we were on 10. Probably on like 9. We're 32 minutes in. We've probably done like 10 boxes, yeah. Scooby Buzz. Do you make money playing Monster Hunter, or is it just for fun? I make no money. Virtually no money. It really is just for fun. I'd be better off just working on the card channel. But that's the thing. I want to work on it. I want to... Oh, there you go. All right, you got this doggy girl. She's a detective girl. No, she's a construction girl. Is it construction? All right. Next signature is out, everybody. What else do you think is in the box? There it is. That's what it's all about right there. Yeah, I don't make any money on Monster Hunter. It's all over here. There you go. $1,000 card. Nice. Whoa, that's the $1,000 card. The Flame's feeling cheeky today. Hollow. Hollow. I gotta bust these out, man. Yeah, get these busted. You know, that's kind of funny. It makes you think live streams have a limit to how much money they can make, because the limit is how many cards you can open within a time period. Okay. Still going. Litter was the best support one for a while. You guys want me to play Nikke? Want me to play Gooner games? I bet if I played Gooner games, you guys would show up for that. I'm gonna start playing Gooner games live. I'm gonna start playing Nikke on the TheCardconomist. Ready? Open this. What time is it? 5:20. 5:20. Blaze it. I'd record. What? Yeah, I mean, actually, if you guys all reported the game you're most interested in watching me play, could be like a Pokemon game, could be anything. I'd be down to play that. I don't mind. Maybe a game I've never played before. Oblivion's brand new. Again, we're not getting like a huge audience for Monster Hunter, so it's not a big deal to swap, I suppose, because we can keep playing a little bit of Monster Hunter here and there. Actually, you know, I thought about hosting a stream where maybe it's hosted in my family room and Karis is there too, and we can just talk while we're gaming or something. I don't know. I don't know if she'd be down for that. She might not like that. She likes her privacy. It is Blanc. She might be like, everything's turning into streams. Here's a holo. She likes having some real downtime. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Why is there no Pokemon in the title? What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, but Whoa, look at my ball. You got the TCC ball. Hey, what's up, my boy? It's Kobe Collects. How's it going, man? Nice of you to pop on by on this Thursday. Mr. Kobe. Kobe, we're opening like 20 boxes of Weiss Nikke right now. Can you believe that? 20 boxes? It's a lot. We're making good progress, too, it looks like. So he's pulled 2 signatures. We're hoping for a third. Kobe, I'm not going to look at your ball just because you told me to. All right, I'll look. What are besties for? What's that? All right. All right. And snipping this. Any other interesting news today? I haven't actually checked the news. I've been busy. All right. Okay. I only consume Nikke, though, mister. I don't get it, but I appreciate people liking it. You only consume Nikke? It is. Pretty uncomplicated to me. This is sexy girls. And I go, okay. What are the few nice things in this world? All right. People enjoying being hot. All right. Okay. All right. 1 membership. Oh, thanks, man. How's life been, Mr. Kobe? Any news? Here's this girl in blue. Konnichiwa. Totally 18 years old. I only watch it through your channel. I like your commentary on it. Oh, really? It's funny. It is. Well, you know, we sell whatever people want. And I tell you what, people want the girl cards. We got this new set called Yuzusoft. And people started opening a little bit of that last night, and they discovered it was like kind of a lewd card set. So that's all of a sudden that sold a couple boxes in a row. Once people realized that that's what it was. Yuzusoft. It's a new set from Weiss. Just released. My supplier recommended it. And I said, all right, we'll take 2 cases. Let's pull a $1,000 card. There we go. I know we've been selling a lot of Pokemon breaks. See these Pokemon breaks like this Sylveon? Those have been selling. We got box breaks like Rocket Box Break. We got Brilliant Stars Box Break as well. I like the box breaks. They're really funny. Okay. All right. Not much news here except buying more Pokemon. How was Monster Hunter 2? Oh, it's so funny you were asking me about that because the other guy was asking too. It was all right. The game feels really nice and clean and smooth. It's good in a lot of ways. But when you get to the end game, you run out of stuff to do. So that's the big Achilles heel right now. They also did not add a new weapon to the game, which I thought was a poor choice because World came out so long ago and they had Rise already. Ooh, they had Rise. This is cool artwork. They had Rise in between. So I feel like it was probably time for a new weapon to be added to the roster. And they just didn't. I don't know. Maybe they plan on releasing a new weapon with GU. But who wants to wait another year or 2 for GU to get a new weapon? And if they even do that, I don't know if they will. There's no guarantee. They didn't say they would. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wild's released. And it just feels kind of like... it almost feels like a DLC for Monster Hunter World. That's what it feels like. It feels like a DLC for Monster Hunter World. We are. And we're just waiting for the game to get good. We're waiting for the tough monsters to be released. In the meantime, maybe we'll play another game. I don't know. Be easier if I had like a solid time period to play. I've been playing before I go live for the daytime stream on Wednesdays. They'll probably listen to you and drop TCC inspired DLC. Oh, that would be so smart. Hey guys, I got all the good ideas. Listen. It is. I don't think they need to drop new DLC, but they should have made arch tempered monsters like default for everything. And then they should have been like a level above arch tempered. Barely anything new for $70. That's how I feel about it too. DLC. Yeah, exactly. I don't hate Monster Hunter. I think it's a great brand and a great company. But I just think that if I was on their team, I would have warned them like, hey, the community's too good at this game. You're releasing too easy of a game. The end game weapons and armor don't mean anything because people are killing the toughest monster in like 2 minutes on a team. Okay. All right. Just like a criticism I'd have for Pokemon is that they need to release the game in 2 modes. There needs to be kid mode, which is easy, and adult mode, which is hard, so that all the battles are really tough in adult mode. Are these Girl booster boxes good for long-term holds? That's another thing we were just talking about. Yeah, we're not sure. Perhaps they are. I think especially if it's a lasting brand that doesn't go anywhere, they could be extremely undervalued right now. Like they could become really, really expensive over time. Okay. Like maybe the Nikke brand is just starting its life cycle and it's not oh, look at that. All right, that is signature number 3. We've got 3 signatures out of the case. Let's grab a top loader. For working out deals with you, should I contact you in Discord? Yeah, you can contact me on Discord about whole cases. In this situation, this was very easy. Mr. Jonathan Cham just bought the whole case. There was no talk about, deals or anything like that. Here it is. Let's see. But, we've got full cases of other product if you guys are wanting to do something like that. Some product is so high demand, there isn't much negotiating room. And then some products aren't very high demand, and I can easily resupply them. And so those are the easiest ones to talk about, some kind of case discount maybe. Here we are. In this event, Nikke is one of the hottest items right now. I don't know if I could have done much of a price change because I can't easily restock it. There it is. Nikke is only 2 years? Question mark. Maybe. It's fun seeing people go nuts for it, though. It's really cool. Okay, how many boxes left? Looks like 6 boxes, maybe. 6 boxes left, everybody. We're at the 43-minute mark. We are slamming, dude. Okay. All right. Set that over there. All right. We can count how many boxes we opened by simply counting the promo cards. He paid for 22. I have a suspicion there's only 21 boxes. So you pulled 3 signatures. Do you think there's any more signatures after that? I don't know if there's more signatures than 3. If there's 4, that would be really interesting. Anyone know if the Palafin was battled for already? That is over, yes. The Palafin is over. The CGC one, that one's gone. There's an English one. I'm sorry, there's a PSA 10 for $45 if you'd like to buy it. That's the whole cost of the entire card. PSA 10 Palafin Alta Art. $45. I just took them off the table and put them under the table. But if you'd like them, I can pull them back up. All right. Okay. Ugly. Look at that look on her face. Here's a hollow. A hollow. Mister, you lost your recent delivery of gold. I found it. I found it. They're very small, actually, the gold. And so I had ordered a new round of the pamps, and I had to go hunting for them. And they just came in a really small package, and the guy who sold it to me didn't require signature delivery or anything, so it just got lost. So, yeah, I had to hunt for it for a while, but it's all good. I found it. That'd have been bad if I had lost it, because it cost a lot of money. It was expensive. It's like $1,500 1,000. All right. A lot of money. Yes, according to this, there are 5 boxes left. Oops. Oh, but we have a sealed box on the floor over here, which might be box number 22, if we only have 21 here. Should I wait a couple days for you to assess the trade value? Yeah, we'll get it all sorted out, I promise. I just, obviously, we're all wrapped up for the daytime stream. I mean, opening these 22 boxes is going to do it, isn't it? Try to get this done within 1 hour and then start servicing your guys' orders in the start of hour number 2. So I won't be able to make a decision right now. But have no fear, the cards are over here. There's no rush. You're trading it for gold. Is all right. I just gotta think the trade over, see how I feel about it in my gut. All right. Missing heading out after finishing the 22 boxes. Missing heading out. SEC missing, question mark? Here it is. An SEC is not guaranteed per case, correct? Didn't somebody say it's like every 3 cases or something like that? There we are. Okay. Mr. heading out after finishing this 20. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not heading out. No, sir. I'm sticking around. You guys can place orders right now. I'll bust them all up. I'll get all the orders done. Got a lot of great breaks going on. This Sylveon break's probably going to finish. Houndoom break. Only 6 spots left on the Houndoom right there. That Houndoom. 6 spots. That's it. We've got the Lance's Charizard Jumbo card. A bunch of people jumped on that yesterday. I think there's only 5 spots left now. The Rocket Box Battle, 4 spots left. And the, what is this called again? Brilliant Stars box, I think, has 7 spots left. So those are all some of the breaks. You can track those, of course, in our Discord server. Tammy kind of keeps an updated list. She's pretty good at it. Hard to do that, actually. Keep track of all that stuff, constantly moving. Okay, and now here's one. Ta-da. Ah, my butt. By the way, you selling vintage? I saw you opening some vintage last night, and you pulled an EX. Oh, I wish we were selling vintage. But you know what happened? Remember that awesome box of Hidden Legend? And the packs were like super cheap. They're like $450 or something like that. And we sold out of that really fast. Well, if you recall, during that time period, Yolan to Jampins put 4 of those packs into Slab away. And he finally paid that off. And then he decided to open one of them. Was it one? Yeah, he decided to open one. So that's what happened. Yolan opened a pack. And it was this heavy pack that had Metagross in it. Isn't that amazing? It's kind of annoying, too, because it's like, remember we were like digging through that vintage box going, isn't there another EX? There was. He had it. He was lucky. He got it in his round. So there was another EX in the box. And it was just, the situation was just that he had it. But good on him. He's got that, you know, fair and square. It's his. He got that nice Metagross. I hope it grades 10. If he doesn't want Metagross, I could even make an offer on it. I love the way it looks, but it's pretty cool. So he might want to keep it too. He also got that Melodic too. Like, what a perfect booster pack. Oh my God. The Melodic's expensive. It's like $400, $500. The Metagross could be like $1,000. Virtually pays for all 4 of the booster packs if those 2 cards grade 10. So if he gets the right grades, the whole round's paid for. I also think he should have opened the second heavy pack because it was probably going to be a double hollow and reverse hollow. And so that's 2 gradable cards right there. And because of the quality of the centering on the cards, that was probably worth the risk. Even though it's not guaranteed, they will grade 10. In fact, you had one that graded 9, the Dark Celery. And it's still worth it, though. It's worth that risk because it's not very often you get booster packs that are in such good condition that they can sometimes grade 10. I got a 9 on my Tropius. One of them got a 10. I think there was a Melodic that returned that did grade 10, didn't it? All right, there we go. Did I chase an EX for that? I remember, yeah. Yeah, I was mentioning to you guys that I felt there was another EX in the box because not enough of them had been pulled. And then we went through all the packs and we did not pull another EX. I was like, damn. I was like, that sucks. So I thought maybe it was just a kind of box with not a lot of EXs in it. No, Yolan had it the whole time. freaking yolling, bro. All right, there we go. Okay. He had it the whole time. Good going. I slipped in my kitchen and hurt my wrist. Ooh, careful, man. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I did that one time. I was late for a community college test. And I had a floor mattress, a mattress on the floor. And I remember looking at my watch going, oh, I'm late. And I was going to jump up really fast. And I put all my weight down on my wrist as I was climbing up. And I screwed my wrist up. My wrist was all screwed up that day. I sprained my wrist getting up off the floor too fast. Yo. All right. Of course, I was a lot younger and definitely healthier back then. So it was it was a shock to me that you could even do that. I was like, oh, I never considered it. You can hurt your wrist. This gonna keep my wrist wrapped. Lucky Yolan. Yeah, that was pretty freaking lucky, dude. That was pretty dang lucky. All right. Freaking Pokemons. This. And just imagine those come back as 10s. I'll be even more jealous. Okay, this lady who looks like she wears underwear on the outside of her leotard. String bikini underwear. As you do. Who doesn't wear underwear like that? Coming close to the end. No SEC. He got 3 signatures so far. Now I have an excuse not to do the chores. Ah, clever. I hurt my wrist, you know. Not today. Can't be doing that. That's normal underwear. Oh yeah, that's the underwear. That's standard underwear. All right. All right. Look at that. We have 76 viewers. We had a daytime stream that got up to like 120 viewers, and this one has 76. Here's my theory. Since everyone knows what's being opened, and it's pretty much just Weiss, Nikke, it's mostly people who don't mind watching Nikke get open for an hour hanging around. Also, the people who would normally want to place an order know there's like an hour wait time, so they're going, eh. And that is my theory. All right. Okay. All right. Ooh, all right. There we go. But we are almost done, guys. This is almost over now. We're really close to the end. We'll move on to a new type of pack to get opened. Blanc. Shopi Raindaughter, Pokemon Walmart Scalper Son. Shopi Raindaughter. I don't know what that means. Shopi Raindaughter? Shoppy? Walmart Scalper Son. I'm going with the Walmart Scalper Son. He's just playing the game, man. I don't know what the thing with the daughter is, but, you know. We are. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm thinking about getting some either Chinese or Korean cards. Sure, sure. Oh, yeah, we updated our menu. We now have prices on all of our Chinese Pokemon cards again. They are back up on the menu. Basically, 2 sets, the 151 and the Hidden Fates, went up by about $1 each ever since the tariffs went into place. That's it. So it's not a shocking difference. It's a change that's not preferred, but it's not the end of the world. Shoppy Rain is the top earner on OnlyFans. Oh, dang. She's a top earner? Oh, that's tough then. I mean, it's one thing if your daughter gets on OnlyFans. It's another thing if your daughter gets on OnlyFans and she's the best at it. I mean, I don't know. It's still kind of eepy, but it's like, let me put it this way. It would be more embarrassing if your daughter opened an OnlyFans and she was like, everyone thought she was gross. All right. Oh, my God. Or is it? What do you guys think? What's worse, if your daughter had an OnlyFans and it was highly successful, or if your daughter had an OnlyFans and everyone didn't like her? They're like, nah, pass. That's almost worse in a certain way. Tell me how I'm at Target. They doing a reload on Prismatic, and guy had some people buy 2 each and got all 12 ETBs outside WTF. A guy had like a team of people so that he could get around the 2 per customer rule. Is that what you're saying? Oh my God, bro. That's desperate. Scalpers is worse. At least the OnlyFans is successful. Is ready? All right. Snipping this. Okay. That's devious. But your son will get into fights trying to scalp for Pokemon. Imagine he's in basketball shorts, neck beard, wearing sandals, like his old man. And he's got like a cart, and he runs over to the shelf like a Muppet. And he starts wrapping his arms all over the cards, and everyone's like, "Ah, get off of me!" That'd be funny as hell, dude. Oops. Okay. 35 years old, 30 years old. Who's opening all these Nikke boxes? That would be Mr. Jonathan Cham. Okay, let's see. He's now got a lot of very gradable Nikke cards. Holy crap. Is Jonathan new? Is Jonathan new? No, he's been here for like 5 years. He kind of pops in and out from time to time. He was a really cool guy back in the day when we first got started. So generous. He hosted so many giveaways back then. And he comes in and does a large order from time to time. Here we are. Jonathan Champ is the champion. Yeah, Jonathan Champ, we'll have to start calling him. We used to call him JC, like Jesus Christ. And we had little initials for him, like a nickname. That's because back when we first got it started, everyone used nicknames. All they had left was Journey Together and 151. All right, let's count these up, guys. That says second. That says Gooning second, by the way. Okay. All right. Get these promos set to the side because we're going to count those promos to know how many boxes we opened. Because I suspect it was 21 and he paid for 22. And we've got a sealed box on the floor that probably came out of this case. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. All right. So all these are the actual pulls. And now we're going to count these up. Hi, I bought your cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19, huh? So 19, let's count it up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did I say 15 last? 16, 17, 18, 19. In fact, it was just 19 boxes. What that means is that this makes 20. So we got box number 20 for you. Easy to lose track there. 3 more. He's owed 3 more. However, it looks like we've got this one and another one that's already open. It might be missing a pack. Just count the box toppers. I did. I wanted to make sure it was all accurate. So that's number 20. Ready? That's a lot of cards. What do you guys think of this order? Pretty impressive, huh? JC got me saying Oni-san over here. Oni-san! So this is 20. All right, this is a hollow. Oh my dear God. Almost done, guys. We're at 1 hour. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. We are at the 1 hour marker, everybody. These are some really cool cards. Says you need a sugar baby. Maybe. It is. Now, I don't even have a sugar baby. Why would he get one before I get one? All right. Where are all the Pokemon sugar babies at? Okay, very good. Okay. All right. So that was 20. Now this might be 21 right here. Let me count the number of packs in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So one pack is missing. It's basically a whole box minus one pack. I say we open it because it's from the same case, and it would be really bad, and I mean really bad, if we open this box for somebody else and it pulls the SEC. If I was him, I'd go nuts. So he's going to be owed a pack, and let's see what comes out of here. So this is box number 21 from the same case, and I don't believe there's a box number 22 at all, unless I'm wrong. No, I don't think there is. So there's no box number 22. There's just box number 21. It's missing one pack. All right, you ready? Here goes. So here's a hollow. Here's, oops. And here is a hollow. And here's a hollow. Very nice. Oh, look at this lady. Boop. Here's a hollow. And this guy, as well as this person. So that's 2 full arts out of 3. It'd be nice if all 3 showed up. But I know for a fact we did not casually pull a signature out of here, because I'd have remembered that. Number 3. Ah, all 3 full arts were in the box. Perfect. That's perfect. No SEC in this box at the end of the day. That's too bad. No SC. No SEC plus. Move this over here. All right. This is a good stream. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, dude. Okay, the violinist who for some reason needs to be wearing like a wedding dress, but also kind of like a bikini. At least this girl's just in a bikini and she's like swimming. So that's it. We got 21 boxes done, and he is owed 1 pack as well. Let's get a bag. Wow. What an epic order, everybody. What do you guys think about that order? All right. Okay. Okay. Good. Banger opening. Congrats, J Champ. Nice. Okay. Mister could easily get multiple sugar babies. Okay. Grab this. Just not going to happen, I guess. Put that there. If it hasn't happened by now, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I probably don't got that Pokemon card collector riz. Like Leonhardt. That guy's probably knee deep in Cloister. Okay, promos. Now you got an awful lot of hollows, just tons of them. All right, that is a lot of hollows. Okay, let's see. All right. Grab bags for this. What a haul. Leonhardt is a loser, scams his audience. Yikes. You have some strong feelings about him. All right. Place this over here. Okay. Mr. gets no action. Well, I wouldn't say that. All right. I don't get any sugar baby action, that's for sure. Ooh, this is a lot, man. You guys just watched pretty much a whole case of this get open. You know, case is 24 boxes. We opened 21 boxes. Oops, oops. He was selling some mystery slabs that were trash for a lot of money. PokeRev has more anime girls. No! He's better than me. This is the PokeRev is better than you guy. All right, Jonathan Cham, second box. Get this man 2 boxes ASAP. I'll put you down as J.C. Wait, someone bought all those? They did. That was Jonathan Cham. 22 packs. That's a lot. I'm going to keep this one closer. This one's going to go on the shipping table. This one's going to go into your main box right here. Woo! This stream brought to you by Jonathan Cham. By Nikke. All right. What a stream. And now we can begin. Ta-da! What was the timer for the 15 boxes? Looks like we got 21 boxes done in 60 minutes. So that's about 3 minutes per box. And he's owed a pack plus 1 whole box. Let's write him down for store credit. What just tipped? My energy cards. There it is. All right. The stream is finally starting. That's the end of the stream. See you tonight. Well, guys, it was a great daytime stream. As you know, the stream is 1 hour long in the daytime. I'll see you tomorrow. Say JC. And how much is he owed? It's 96, right? 96 plus 8. I don't need a calculator for this. I'm doing it in my head. Plug my phone back in. 96 plus 8, which is 100 and what? 104? Okay, 104 remains. Look at that Sharpie marker. It's dead. Woo! It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Brandon Boutillier. 1 spot in the Sylveon break. All right. Here it goes. Time to fulfill those orders. Brandon Boutillier. Doobie doobie doo boobie doobie doo. Skadibidi beebidi pop pop. Skibidi poo. Skibidi doo. That's 4. Carlton Wicks, 4 glory holes, 2 pokey shuffles. 4 glory holes. I don't know if I want to say that on YouTube. I feel like YouTube does not like naughty language. YouTube wants us to be kid-friendly. Is Nikke sold out now? No, we have 2 more cases of it. 2 more cases. And then I'm sold out. I had a total of 4 cases of it, because I thought demand might be pretty good. Okay. 2 pokey shuffles for Carlton Wicks. Hello, Carlton. How are you today? 1, 2, 3. That's not naughty, it's art. 1, 2. All right. This is a good Christian Minecraft server. What are you talking about? Ready? Very good. Okay, we've got Mewtwo. And Blaziken. An art form, LMFAO. Mom, get out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft. That's right. Sometime mom's got to know who the boss is. Get out of my room. You'd have gotten killed in my family if you said something like that. That'd have been the end of you. Zachary Stekskowski says, one more manga try box of EB2. We got plenty of EB2, okay? We're not out of it, so you can keep going. I just love to pull a nice manga out of EB2. Obviously, we've been opening a lot of these. Okay. All right, let's get it. They didn't know it wasn't kid-friendly until you self-snitched. What's not kid-friendly? Oh, you mean YouTube? YouTube's like, what did he just say? All right, guys. I'm not seeing a large line at all. It's a short line. It's only an hour and 11 minutes deep, guys. Let me know what you want to do. I'm ready. Want to use all my store credit on Journey Together? We could. There we are. Give me a moment. That's possible. Why don't you do a little math for me? If you really want to do that, tell me what the math comes out to, like how many packs. But here we are. You know, Destined Rivals is around the corner too. And here we are. You can do anything, really. Very nice. All right. Why is that Empoleon so cheap? He's PSA 7, and he's $50 as a PSA 7. I actually agree. I think that's very cheap. He came out of a tin, so he was a promo. And he likely had like some tin damage on the back, so that's probably what gave him the 7. He's otherwise a lovely card, and probably should cost more than $50. Prismatic sounds good too. Tough call. If only you knew which one was going to pay out most. Like, for example, if you knew what the next prismatic pulls were, you would know whether you wanted to avoid them or go after them. Ooh, same with Journey Together. Like, the Journey Together packs could end up being, like, not that good. All right, there we go. Good. Ooh. Oh, very nice. That is for you, Mr. Zachary. Thank you, Zach. Journey Together prices are impressive for 10s. Lots of cards over $100. Here we are. It's all good, man. I mean, there's a lot of sets to open. There's like Paldea Evolved, gives you a chance for that Magikarp. He's one of the most sought after artworks in the whole hobby right now. I think I own 2 of them. There's the Bubble Mew. There's 151's got the Altart Charizard in it. It's all good pretty much. Danny, say no more. Trump Playboy ×3. All right, these are the Trump packs. If you don't like Donald Trump, have me cut him in half if you pull him, okay? We'll turn it into a clip. One guy ordered me to open a pack of this and to cut it in half. But his pack didn't have Charizard, didn't have Trump in it. If I use all my credit, is 86 packs of Journey Together. Okay. You think about what you think is the best move, and I'll get that for you if you'd like to open that. And then I'll just restock that thing. There we go. All right. Okay. You could always hold on to it and not spend it all at once. And then every time you pop in, you get to have a little bit of fun instead of spending it all at once. So that is technically a Donald Trump card, but it's not the big one. It's not the one you want. But I bet you this one goes for a little money too. So for this one, here he is down there. But that's just a small version. There it is. There it is. All right. Mister, do it. Do it. Do it as in open up the Butterfly, Playboy Girls. All right. All right, that was Danny Say No More. Thank you, Danny. Danny, where am I putting you now? What did we do with you last, Danny? You got your own double box going on. That's what's going on with you last time. All right. Thank you, Danny. You could grade this, and you could say that it was a Donald Trump card if you wanted. Or you could save that money and use it to open more packs to try and pull the full version. There it is. Before I do something like that, I got to take care of everyone else. Here's Elijah's one spot, and the Sylveon break, one spot, and the Rayquaza break. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Mr. Elijah. How you been? Oh, this marker's so dead, dude. So here is the Sylveon. Hyper voice. And the other one was what? Rayquaza? That's such a good one. The Rayquaza is a very good break. I mean, it's pricey, sure. It's real pricey, in fact. But you don't get a lot of places where you can get a chance for that Rayquaza. You could try opening up Evolving Skies packs. Have you seen the cost of those? It's insanity. It's insanity. And then the odds of actually pulling a Rayquaza out, like 0. At least here you have 1 in 35 odds. So your odds are very clear. And your odds aren't 0. Like if you opened up a box of Evolving Skies, 36 packs, $1,500, that might be a box with no alt arts in it at all. So your odds are actually 0. You just don't know it when you start opening it. When you start opening this, you at least have an odd. That's why we got into the breaks. We think the breaks are great. Joel Morin, $50 towards Slab Away. Mr. Joel. The Trump checklist card. Oh, okay. That was Trump checklist. Cool. Does it go for much? We've pulled a couple of those. Those seem easier to pull, actually. Okay, now we have Steven Sistrunk paying down Gary Oak. Thank you, Mr. Steven Sistrunk. This goes down to 300. Christine Andrews. Hello, can I get 2 Team Rocket packs, 2 Electric Breaker, and a Electric Breaker Korean? I see what you're saying. All right. Christine Andrews. How's it going, man? All right. Oh, the other one would be over here, wouldn't it? All right. Very good, Mr. 86 packs of Journey Together. I'll make it back. Law. There we go. All right. And close that up. Let me make sure I actually have that much. 86 packs is how many boxes? Right. Button. That's more than 2 boxes. And how much do I have here? Ooh, so this box is actually pretty much empty. I don't know if I even have that much. We were pretty low on it last time I checked. All right, Christine. Christine. All right. I've not been holding a lot of the modern sealed product because the prices have been so like obscenely high. So I've just kind of avoided them. You know what I've been stocking up on though? I've been stocking up on like some of my favorite vintage items. And then also I like some of the prices on the Japanese products. And Entei. I feel like the Japanese cards are kind of more accessible in a certain way too, you know. Fix that a little bit. Does that look better? Lance, 1 Fortnite Series 1, 1 bulk TCC pack. All right. Ooh, Fortnite's all the way back there. Pull that forward. Wait, let me pull this out. By the way, this is that set, Yuzusoft with the waifus in it. If you haven't seen that, $5 a pack on that. 1 bulk pack. So the bulk pack is just random cards, really random, and they're junk. They really are just junk. You can put these into the Pokepot 10 at a time. Let me just see what was in your pack. Are you ready? All right, you got Sonic sneakers. This is some Disney Carddass stuff, Star Wars. There's a nice Sonic card, actually. It's pretty legit. A nice Mario card, too. All right, actually, this pack wasn't so bad. And here's your Fortnite. Yeah, that pack actually wasn't that junky. Might be worth just around $4. 9 around 40 to 50. A 10 they're asking 350, which is a bit high. They're asking for $350 for PSA 10 checklist. Dang, bro. That's actually a pretty good flip. Because he only opened 3 packs. So if he were to get a 10 on that card, if it happened to be good condition and graded 10, that would be flipping from $30 to $350 minus the grading fee. I'm going back this way. All right. So that's for Mr. Lance. Those have been kind of popular lately. By the way, here's another break. This Lance's Charizard break. I think it has like 4 or 5 people in it. And it's a 10-person break. I'm looking for your bag. Oh, yeah, we got these. These are $4 a pack. There's only like 5 left. Yep. Weiss Schwartz Disney Mirrorverse. I got these sleeves here. I gotta get these sleeves somewhere. How do these things get all over the place? Ah, found you. Okay, Mr. Lance. Thank you, Mr. Lance. Lance, you're from a long time ago, aren't you? You're like from 4 or 5 years ago. This is what is called Mr. Donald Trump Refractor 1995 Playboy Chromium Edition 1 Checklist 4. The refractor card is a little more valuable. That's the rainbow card. So one thing about the Playboy cards is they got normal hollows and then they got a refractor hollow. The refractor hollow has a rainbow effect to it. So yeah, if you pull the refractor Donald Trump card and it grades 10, that could be like $3,000. Okay. I think we are hitting refresh on this. Harley Cunningham wants a box of Nikke. So Harley Cunningham, before we do that, let me look real fast into this. Give me a second. Oops, we're jumping over here. Yeah, about 5 years or so, bro. 5 years or so. Scooby-Doo-Dooby-Doo. All right, so I'm going to go looking for that Journey Together now. Hopefully we have a decent amount of it. Let me just check one more thing. How much is the Playboy Trump card you showed a couple days ago, or no sale? I don't know. That one was already bought. That was put into slab away. You know, I haven't done any research on Journey Together in a long time. And I'm just curious, like, how are you meant to buy these days? Because, you know, they got those enhanced boxes, right? Should I be leaving my enhanced boxes sealed? Does anyone know? Are they re-releasing the product with the enhancement, the box topper? Should those be remain sealed? How's the line? Not too bad, not too bad. I am confused about the Journey Together because I need to understand what the restock price on it would be. If they're going to reprint it continuously with the box topper, then it doesn't really matter, does it? But we don't actually know. And I may want to restock a round of it without the box topper. Hey, mister, opened about 14 Japanese base set packs, got all packs, fresh, common, uncommon, the Pikachus and Charmanders. You interested in buying? Am I interested in buying your already opened packs? What's this? Give me a minute. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Any particular reason why you're selling them? Okay, so I've got one option. Looks like the restock on this is kind of pricey. Ooh, that is a pricey restock. Mister, the raw card is $10 to $20. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, those are probably in bad condition, though, if you think about it. You're talking about the checklist still, right? All right, I know I'm being quiet over here. I'm actually just doing some research. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually ordering additional Journey Together to fulfill this order, Mr. Anthony Kalura. We'll fulfill it at the same price for you. So we'll stick to the $8 pack price, but I'm actually going to order some more of it, and that's when we're going to fulfill that giant order, because I have to get into more Journey Together. And I think what I'd like to do at this point, I'd like to preserve the sealed boxes I have, because I'm actually not sure if the enhanced boxes will continue to be sold. Let me see one more time. Let me look at this one more time. All right. Yes, they have a little print line. Yeah, see, it seems like, to me, it seems a little bit like what they're doing is they're reprinting it without the box topper. Hey, chat, what's the name of the music? This is Minecraft music. Get out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft. Scooby, bun, Scooby. Okay. So it does look like there's a premium on the special boxes, the enhanced ones. Dang, dude, that's so expensive. I'm sorry, guys. I'm almost done. I fell asleep. What I missed, says Andy Man. Oh, Andy Man, you missed it, man. You missed it. All right, so we have ordered some more Journey Together because I'm running quite low. And Anthony Kalura has ordered a large order of them. What I can do for you today, Mr. Anthony, we're going to do one box of them right now, okay? So let me go get a box of it. And we've got more coming in, and I'd like to pull from that when they arrive, okay? All right, I'm back. So I lied. I got 2 boxes for you. I got 2 boxes for you, Mr. Anthony. I had more than I thought. So we are good. Whew. 1, 2. Also, somebody ordered some more Nikke, so I got a fresh case open. We got Nikke ready. All right, let's get it. So, Miss Harley, it's going to be your turn soon. But first, this is for Anthony Kalura. 2 boxes, Journey Together. He's still watching. I don't want him to miss. So that's 576 minus 692. So you'll have 116 left. 116 remaining. That's Anthony Kalura opening 2 boxes of Journey Together. I'm here. All right. Mr. Anthony. Start with that one. Move this over here. You ready? You know it's bad when Mr. has to mention who's next. No, I was just letting Harley know that it should be right after this. Is it TCC or Anthony? All basic hollows and EXs are yours. Nice. I'm not going to turn down some EXs. Ready? Oh, we're ready. We are ready. So we got 2 boxes of Journey Together. Appreciate it, gang. All right. Now, we want to see you pull the top pull. Scooby Buns. Step and step in this as well. Good. Set that down. Set this down. Very nice. I got a feeling it's coming here. All right. Here's the first half. We got Ludicolo. Dun Sparse. Double. Alcremie. Ooh, Alcremie. Okay, cold. Noibat. Look at that Noibat. Centering's looking good, by the way. It's a good sign. Volcanion. So, okay, so you say you don't want the basic EXs. I forgot about this. All right. Okay. How many men do you think can win against a gorilla? How many do you think it in total takes? Well, let me mention, I definitely think 100 men can defeat a gorilla. Definitely. I'm on human side when it comes to taking down the gorilla with 100 men. Why? Because humans are so smart. We're so smart. And, you know, the gorilla is a lot larger than a human. But, I mean, if every dude is kind of, you know, kind of hovering around the gorilla, shouting at him this way, that way, and then running in to take a punch or something like that, they're going to win. So humans are just, we're pretty good at communicating and coordinating. So one big gorilla versus 100 humans? I mean, come on, the humans win in that scenario. Now, what if it was a gorilla versus like 5 dudes? Gorilla's probably going to win. The question is, how many dudes does it take? But I think part of it is how healthy are these men? How strong, how tall, and how fast are they? And how coordinated are they? 100's it's a no-brainer. The gorilla loses. There's just too many. It'll one-shot you. Yeah, but what you're doing is you're imagining an optimal scenario for the gorilla. Like the gorilla just goes one at a time and just tears. Like if you had to tear 100 animals up that are about half your size. So imagine you're fighting like 100 dwarves, and you had to rip them apart limb by limb. You'd be tired by 30. You'd be out of energy by dwarf number 30. You'd be all the way out of energy. You'd be like, I can't bash these guys' skulls in anymore. I'm too tired of swinging. So no, 100 men versus one gorilla is a silly question. The better question is more like, how about 10 people versus one gorilla? How about 20? What then? See, because 20 people, the gorilla still got a little bit of energy maybe. But I think even at 20, he's starting to peck her out. especially if the humans are running away really well. Like, he's fast, I'm sure. The gorillas are much faster. But I mean, again, a bunch of humans coordinating around one gorilla. Remember that the gorilla's not as smart as we are. So you're imagining what the gorilla could do, not what the gorilla would do. A gorilla is going to behave exactly like a gorilla. There it is. All right. You're saying, well, if I was the gorilla, I'd rip each guy to pieces and I'd just concentrate on one at a time or something like that, right? I wouldn't be tricked. Yeah, but the gorilla would be tricked. It's a gorilla. I think a gorilla can take 20 dudes without much effort. Maybe you're right. But 100? No way. No way. It's just too many people. The gorilla would get tired, dude. He'd wipe out maybe even 50. Maybe even the gorilla gets as far as 50. The gorilla beats up 50 people. Humans are like, what, half the size? Maybe a little less than half? 50 people later, he's tired, man. Like, imagine you had to fight 100 medium-sized dogs. You get tired. You'd be like, I can't fight these dogs anymore. And then the dogs would win. Who has the bigger Diglett, gorilla or man? I have no clue. Oh, wait, you don't want these. Hold on. Ba-doink. Okay, you got Maractus. Maractus the cactus. And PP up. All right. Okay. Tapu Koko. You don't want Tapu Koko? Bro. That's good stuff. Give him a banana. He goes to sleep. Ah, see? Humans win. All right. Ooh, Furret. Look at that Furret, man. Nice. What a crazy stream, man. This was a crazy stream because we started out with those 20 boxes. 100 Louis versus 1 silverback gorilla. I'm betting on Louis. And Ruffian. All right. So that's box number 1. And in my opinion, box number 1 was not some sort of knockout box. Okay. All right. We did not see an SIR popping out. Ruffian, Furret, Zoroark, Maractus, Noibat. So I think of the ARs, those are not the top ones. And then among the full arts, these are not the top ones either. That's a rough first box. Let's try the second box. Maybe the second box would be like really, really good. Do you think 100 people can stop a car? Stop a car? You mean, how fast is the car moving? 100 people can definitely move a car. I mean, like 20 people can move a car. 20 people can lift a car. Did you see that recent 200 PSA 9? Half of them got 10s. I did see that. I did see that. Now, I think that guy probably tailored that video a little bit. I bet you he didn't send in every PSA 9. He looked at the ones that looked borderline, and he knew he was making a really fun piece of content. He knew if he did this, it was going to get good views. So my bet is he went and combed. I didn't watch the whole video. I bet he combed over lots of potential 9s and picked out the good ones and sent them back in. Now, the fact that half of them then turn into 10s is a huge deal. It means that PSA is too harsh, or that the greater you get matters a lot. The inconsistency is key, and PSA's probably not looking so good after that. I mean, that's pretty scary. Your 9s could potentially turn into 10s. Like, that's ridiculous. And I've got 9s that they're so borderline looking that you go, well, shoot, I've gotten 10s that look worse than this one. You know? It is. But it means that they have people grading their cards, and some of the people say, that's a 10. And other people say, that's a 9. And those graders probably grade that way consistently. So if you get the wrong grader, he's going to consistently say, 9, 9, that one's a 9. If you get the nice grader, he consistently says, that's a 10, that's a 10, that's a 10. So it's really unfair. Oh, yeah. Volcanion Altart. Nice, dude. Look at that. All right, the Altart popping out. 60 mile an hour can take about 30 people out of commission before the car is damaged. 60 is really fast, and I have to agree. I think the people would just go like all over the place like bowling pins. I think it would require a lot of people. Ooh, that's a dark subject. In light of all the car attacks, that's not nice. I don't like it. So many people got hurt that way. People are, you know, the government's always talking about taking away all the guns to stop mass shootings. And all people need to do a mass killing is a vehicle. That's crazy, right? What are you gonna do? You can't ban cars. Cars are so easy to get too. Like you just steal a car, or you, because you're gonna do a big crime. Who cares if you steal it? You could steal a car. You could rent. Pretty easy to rent if you're an adult. Like I rented a Home Depot truck like it was nothing. They had me sign like a piece of paperwork, took my driver's license, and it cost like $50, and whammo blammo, I had a truck. There's Articuno. That's probably one of the best ARs in the set. Nice, dude. Cars are really just weapons we drive around. I used to call them big bullets, 60 mile an hour bullets, because of how many people would die in a car crash. And so we would always talk about the importance of driving safe. I wonder how many PSA 10s are only 10s to upcharge you. Well, I don't know if they do that for the upcharge, but you bring up a different part of the equation. Basically, if there's a bunch of 9s that should have been 10s, how many 10s should have been 9s? And that's the problem with grading. Grading is very easy when a card is a strong 10 or a very weak 9. Belly bolt, that's nice. Okay, this box is a little bit better. Grading's very easy on the cards that are obvious. It's the cards that are on the border between a 9 and a 10. Those are the hardest cards to grade because it becomes very philosophical very fast. Here it is. Oops. All right. Purloin. Yep, that's when it gets tough. I wonder how many PSA 10s are only 10s. New subject, please, says Jay Oliver, Reggie Rock. And here's Paris Double. Cracking and resending is the key. Yeah, well, you know, it educates a lot of people, that video does. It educates a lot of people to consider taking their borderline cards to another grader or sending it back over and over again until it eventually does get a 10. You know, like, you know, people get moved up or fired or they move on or whatever at PSA. And let's say you send in a card to get reevaluated by PSA and they reject it. Well, maybe you just wait for that person to get promoted or fired or something. A year or two later, you resubmit the card and it's a totally different grader. Maybe he feels differently about it. There it is. But all that costs money, you know. And if you took a card with a really, really big, obvious flaw, do you really think that's going to turn into a 10? Probably not. It's all about the borderline cards. Borderline cards are the problems. Cards where we're not sure about it. And snipping that. Good. So this is the second half of the second box. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Anthony. You know, your commission slabs have been very fun. I think a lot of people had a chance to buy cards that aren't normally for sale up on this table. I had fun selling them, provided more variety to the channel, and I thought it was a pretty big success. And so I'd tell any of you guys watching here, if you would like me to do the same thing for you, I'm pretty open-minded because it was such a success. I thought it worked very well. Probably still working out the details on like slab away slabs. That's kind of tough. But no, I mean, I think it overall went pretty well. Well. Here's Mimic You. Was a huge success. It was huge. No, not Ferd again. Come on, give us the good ARs. Mammoth Swine, Furt. It was going so well with the Articuno. You got Altart Volcanion. Come on, Pokemon. Okay, Snorlax. All right. All right. All right. I think UPS dirty dogged me. No! No, not the dirty dog. Do you know anything about Perk Angle, the greatest wrestler? I really don't. I probably know more about football than wrestling. Here's a Mammo Swine. You're saying you don't want your Mammo Swine? He's like $1 million. Scooby-Doo. All right, that was it. Wow. Box number 2 did hold the Articuno, which I think is a big deal. And the Iona Belly Bolt is improvement. I think those 2 boxes were kind of tough. Perk Angle National Gold Medalist. Deion Sanders' son of the Browns. Thoughts? What? All right. Toss that over there. Let's take a quick look in here. So we got Furret, Mammoth Swine, Belly Bolt, Articuno, legit. Volcanion Altart. It's cool. I don't think it's going to be a high hitter. Ruffian, Furret, Maractus, Noibat. Dang. I would have hoped for like one more big AR pull. Or maybe like, well, you did pull an Altart. You literally did pull an Altart. Whoa, what's the big order? Somebody just sent me a big order. All right, Anthony Kalura. Oops. Let's put this in here, Mr. Anthony. Anthony, I'm giving you a bonus pack. I'm going to tell you why. Because you donated all those EXs to me. Normally, people do actually just donate holos that they don't want. So that's not a surprise. But the EXs are a little nice thing. Here you go. Let's see what you got in the bonus pack. More holos. All right. Well, it could have been a big chase card if you're lucky. So that is a bonus pack. Thank you for the EXs, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Alexito? Somebody sent me a big order. Harley Cunningham. Harley Cunningham, you are next. All right. Tammy, late to work. Just got home planning to do a clip of the 22 boxes of Nikke. That'd be interesting. It was me. Ooh, what are you interested in, Mr. LaFlame? But it won't say it's big. I mean, it's decent sized. Great, what are we talking about? Nobody clipped this out of context. It's all about perspective, LaFlame. It's bigger than average. That's pretty good. All right. Shining Legends UPC. I didn't think anyone was going to buy one of those. I would love to open that for you. Very exciting. All right. That, you know, it's a pricey little thing, isn't it? But that Mewtwo, man, you pull that Mewtwo and you're minted. But it's so hard to pull. I know for a fact it's hard to pull because we used to open tons of that stuff back in the day. So that is a difficult pull. Your odds are against you. Okay, you ready? But you can make all your money if the promos come in good shape. All right. Shining Legends UPC, everybody. Huge order. It all depends on the angle. Yeah, it's about the angle. It's about what you do with it. So what? You've got to wiggle it. You can't have Diglett envy. Okay, that's what she said last night. Haha, I love Shining Legends. That was the first pack I opened when I got back in the hobby. Oh, it's such a good set. I hold on to those UPCs because I see them as sort of like definitely going to go up in value over time. All right. Ooh. But I don't like to hold too many, you know, because it's all about... I like to hold like a diverse number of things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Bubblegum Girl. Cool. Hung like a cutie fly. Ugh. That's for Miss Harley. Thank you, Harley. Or Mr. Harley? Box over here, perhaps? Let's see. You know what? We do not have enough room. Harley. Thank you, Harley. The Harley boys. I'm getting a raging glow. I just woke up. There we go. What time is it? 6:36, and it's Thursday, right? Thursday? Okay, let's see what this is all about. Teresa McHaney, 5 Glory of Team Rocket, 1750? 1750? Oh no, 5 Glory of Team Rocket, 1750 to Cyboy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to do 1750 to Cyboy. All right, here goes. Look at that Dark Raticate. That's a good one, guys, in my opinion. Because as a 10, he's going to cost like $500. He's going to be super expensive as a 10. He's one of those dark Pokemon from the Rocket Return set. Maybe you take him and try to regrade him. Maybe he turns into a 10. Because apparently that's the thing. All right. That is for Teresa McHaney. Any tips on how to perform optimal back shots? You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. How does that sound? Does that help? I'm sharing elite secrets with you. All right. Oh, I gotta sneeze, man. Thanks for opening my 22 boxes. Sorry for making you work so hard. Dude, I loved it. That was awesome. You got 3 signatures, which kind of tells me what I was wondering about in those cases. I was wondering how many signatures to expect. It looks like 3 signatures at least. Did you guys see this? Look at this. Some gold. This is a little a Chinese tiger gold, but it's minted in Australia. Okay, 1750. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, get my sneeze rag out. All right. Oops. 91.5. Thank you, that's updated. When you need a sneeze, but you don't sneeze, but you need a sneeze. Okay, so Christine wants 2 junk packs and 3 Carddass Disney. Three SP, 1 SSP are definite in 1 case. Oh, was one of them an SSP? I didn't even notice it. Here we are. There it goes. Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse. These are called Carddass Disney. You'll actually find some of these in the junk packs because people abandoned bags where they actually had some Carddass Disney in the bags. Is it solo leveling in here, or is it just me? All right, and there's a holographic Donald Duck. So the SSP was pulled by someone else last stream. Are you serious? Bro, I don't know how I feel about that, man. All right. So total of 4 signatures. Okay, we'll remember that for next time. You know what you ought to do, Mr. JC? If you ever want to do a big order like that again, coordinate with me. I'll get you a seal case, man. And we might be able to get it for you a little bit cheaper, too. Although, I got to say, the Nikke set's very hot, and I had a limited amount of it. Here's Star Wars. Oh, so that pack was basically all Star Wars. So there you go. We have 2 more cases, by the way. All right, so that is for you, Miss Christine, not Mr. Not to be confused with Mr. Now, wait a second. You're down here, aren't you? You're not in the upper box. You're in the lower box. I'll keep that in mind. Really appreciate that order, man. That was really cool. People were all shocked. They're like, whose order is this? I was like, Mr. Jonathan. Going deep. There ought to be like a going deep badge or something like that. Louis Ruiz. Now, wait a second. Did we get all this done? Yes. Louis Ruiz, 3 Heatwave, please. I have a bag trying to prove my brother wrong that I do get hits. You're going to prove to your brother that you get hits. All right. Well, you're in luck. We are opening up a fresh case. Are we opening a fresh case? Did we already open it? Yeah, I think we're opening a fresh case of Heatwave right now. I'll be back. Oh, here's that gold. Ugh, look at this. Pamp. My little tiny golden bars arrived. Those are cool. I think I'm getting another case. Yeah, definitely. I'd be happy to sell you one. It's actually a master case. Did you know that? So if you ordered another one, it comes straight out of a master case. All right. Luis Ruiz. Okay. I'll be live tonight for something like that. I'll also be live tomorrow for the daytime stream. Although if I sell a whole case ahead of time, maybe what I'll do is I'll start the stream early. Okay, there it is. You did it, Lewis. You pulled one Yen Mega, letting your brother know that you in fact pull the hot ones. Be sure to let him know Yen Mega is one of the top chase cards worth $1,000. Oh, Yen Mega. All right. Luke Laurie, one Star Wars Galaxy, 24 slab away. Almost your turn, Mr. LaFlame. Luke Laurie. Oh, there it is. 310. Boop. Now, you're going to open this as well. You get the Articuno? He did. Actually, Anthony did get the Articuno AR, which is probably one of the best ARs in the whole set. I thought the rest of the pulls were kind of tough, though. So overall, it's a tough round, I thought. Okay. These Star Wars cards have been selling super fast. People are really enjoying these Galaxy 1 packs. They're just a high-quality pack. That's all there is to it. They're a high-quality pack. Lots of good artworks. Lots of Darth Vader cards in there. So that's, I think, probably what makes them popular. Also, the fact that they're not too expensive, and yet they're very vintage. Okay. All right. Okay, so Kendo, I believe your order comes after Mr. LaFlame's. And Mr. Raul, you ordered after Mr. LaFlame as well. So LaFlame is next, and he ordered a UPC. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. All right. All right. I had to peel it out of some bubble wrap. Here it is. Ta-da! Whoa. Really cool. All right. So it's quite large. That's what she said. Okay. Again. Look at that. Ooh, that plastic wrap was all old and dusty. It's so gross. We're hoping that this Mewtwo and Celebi are decent. Well, all of them, really. They're all valuable. All right. Set the lid over here. It's all about this right here. Oh, yeah. Let's throw this gigantic box away. Oh my God, I'm going to break my floor. This is the most expensive thing I can afford. What is this box? Or do you mean the donation? All right. Oh, we got too many slabs. Camera gonna fall off the table. Okay, W in the chat for Mr. LaFlame, guys. W in the chat. Can you give the ho-oh away to somebody? I would love to not give the ho-oh away. You know why? Because look at the shape of it. It's like super annoying. And so if that person was shipping, then maybe. But if it's just going to be stuck on the table, I would hate that. Maybe what I will do is I will buy it from you for like $3 or something, just not to give it away. There it is. Because it's yours, but it's a nuisance. I don't know if that code's worth anything. You think the code's worth something? Codes! Throw that away. Nerd voice. Hey, LaFlame, if you don't want the promos, can I have them? He says, lol. Yeah, I know. It sounds silly, but it's like, it is, I am that kind of person where it's like, oh man, now this ho-oh is going to float on my table for like a year or something, depending on who gets it, right? Because if somebody got it and they're like somebody who doesn't ship, that ho-oh would just be on the table for like a year if I'm unlucky. There it goes. Okay, so here are the things that matter. These are a big deal. If we can get these out in a good way, that could be valuable cards. But we got to try our best to get those out. I'll set this here. And let's cut this down the middle. Oh, well, I didn't even have to work for one of them. It just literally slid out. That's good. That means it didn't have too tight of a grip on it. That's what she said. Okay. Celery's coming out. Okay, there's your celery. Now there's this one. And what's that? That's going to be the ho-oh. The celery popped out, but you know, I don't think the ho-oh is going to pop out quite as easy. You know, I think the ho-oh pops out is because it's got this whole corner where it's not held in. I want every one of these cards to come out in as good a shape as it is right now in the holder. Don't want to mess around with this. So what I do is I very generously cut all around the card like that. No pressure on the card at this point. Oops. All right. And now the trick, set that on the table there. The trick is to pull from the left and the right so that the plastic basically lets go like that, see? Good. Okay, there's your ho-oh. Looks clean. Looks clean. Doesn't look like it's got any significant marks from the pegs there or whatever it is that holds it all in place. Okay, there's ho-oh. Good. A true professional. Well, this is very important because we want to get what value these can come out at. Like if they're going to grade 9, let's have them grade 9. But if they take any damage during the extraction, they could go down to like a 6. We don't want that, obviously. Okay, we're doing it for this one too. All right. Okay. So we got 2 cards here. See, actually, you can already see this one's been affected. So there's no chance for this one. What's that one? That's the Pikachu? All right. Well, here's the Lugia, though. So that's the card that we want. We want this Lugia coming out. Pikachu's got no chance, though. You can already tell. Ah, perfect. That was no struggle at all. Came right out. Oh, looking clean. Okay, good. So now it's just a matter of whether PSA will let this grade 10, because, you know, PSA, they're real tough on these grades now. They got tougher than they used to be. And Pikachu. There we go. But Pikachu, we're going to probably see some damage on the Pikachu. Yeah, you can see it. You can actually see there's a warp there. See that? Still there. That's silly, isn't it? That's why whenever you see a promo, if it's graded like PSA 7, you know what happened. Something like that. And when a promo has a 10, that's really unusual. That's rare. for a promo to have a 10 like that. All right, cool. So we got some nice cards, Mr. LaFlame. I'll buy it, $10, my LaFlame. There it is, look at that. Beautiful Shining Lugia. I like that one the best. Now here we are. He is hoping to pull out the test tube Mewtwo. I think the number on that Mewtwo is like 78 or something, right? Isn't it? You know, back in the day, I owned like 5 of those. And I bought them for like $75 a piece. And then I sold them for like $150. And I thought I was a genius. That same card today is like, what is it, like almost 2,000 or is it over 2,000 now? All I had to do was hold them. So it's always, every time I make a big mistake in the hobby, the big mistake was that I sold. All I had to do was hold. All right, here it is. Very nice. Okay. All right. Okay. This is truly expensive, everyone. You got to appreciate this. Mr. LaFlame's given us a feast for our eyes. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh. Pack number 1, Bulbasaur Latios. Okay. Pack number 2. Come on. Picking up a Raichu. Raichu! All right, little Raichu. That's not bad. I think if he graded 10, I bet he'd be worth like, I don't know, like 75 to 100. Okay, we're looking for shinies, though. Oh, Shining Genesect. No! Turn into something else, Shining Genesect. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Shroomish Virizion. We're going to have a couple cold ones. There's room for another hit like that to come out. You got enough packs here. Shining Genesect is not what we're looking for. Oh, the Water Energy. You'd be surprised. This Water Energy has a distinct design that really was coming out of Shining Legends. And if this card graded 10, it would be a very low pop Hollow Energy card from the Sun and Moon era. I know that sounds super weird, but you see me selling that XY Pink Energy for like $500, right? So, I mean, that might have maybe a value of 75 to 100 as a 10. Come on, Zorua Zekrom. Come on. How many packs left? We got 4 packs left. This is exciting. See, this gets me excited. We don't do enough of this, man. I like this kind of stuff. Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude. He gets another Shining, but it's Shining Volcanion, literally the other one that you pretty much don't want. You don't want Genesect and you don't want Volcanion. It's all the other ones you want. All right, maybe you're super lucky. Maybe a third pops out. I'm praying for you. You ready? Come on, Totodile Shaman. Very cute Totodile. He actually got 2 shinies in this round, but it was Genesect and Volcanion. No! Double Genesect? What are you doing to his Pokemon? Double Genesect? Man. That's it. That's it. All right. Wow, bro. That's crazy. Double Genesect. Sometimes I feel like the gods are testing us, Mr. LaFlame. They're taking the piss. All right. Wow, man. You know, it's actually pretty rare to have this many pulls in that many packs. So these are a total of 4 hits, which is a higher than normal hit rate. Like if you had gotten a single shiny, I'd be like, womp womp, that's the way it goes. If you'd gotten 2, I'd be like, that's pretty normal. You got 3 shinies and a Raichu, so your pull rate was higher than normal. But it's like, bro, it's Genesect. What are you going to do with Shining Genesect? Oh my God. All right, it was still really amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. LaFlame. We might want to clip this because it's so cool. So there's Genesect, Volcanion, Raichu, Lugia, Pikachu, Ho-Oh, and Shining Celebi. Your last UPC had nothing in one of your videos. Yeah, exactly. So you had an unusually high hit rate, which I would be familiar with because we open so much of these Shining Legends packs because they can just be brutal. They can be really brutal. And yes, so you actually got some Shinings out of there. I'm going to go ahead and clip this. By the way, it is 2 minutes from 7 p.m., guys. We might have to wrap up. I mean, it's 7. I'm not even supposed to be on this late. I'm supposed to be done by like 6. I'm going to go over here to the Clips channel. LaFlame opens UPC Shining Legends. at 2 hours and 10 minutes. 2-hour daytime stream. What is going on with these daytime streams? They're like evolving or something. Woo! All right. Man, that was cool. There we go. What a way to end the stream. That's a super cool round, isn't it? Okay. Pop you over here. And we have a Raul Mendoza slab away payment and 2 English Nikke, as well as Kendo Pelor, 2 boxes of Hollow Live Spark. So, it is really late. It is 7 p.m., but you just started. I know. It is 7 p.m. I'm going to cut it here. Raul Mendoza and Kendo. We're going to get back to you guys when the stream picks back up for the late night stream. It's a Thursday night. There's no chance in hell that I would miss the Thursday nighttime stream. I'll be back for the Thursday nighttime stream, okay? I'll see you guys there, and I'll try to start early, too, okay? Kendo's sad. Fate says, what? Finish Sylveon. Sylveon's very close. I think it's like 5 spots in Sylveon, isn't it? So this is very close. We got all this great set, all this great stuff that we're doing. People are just loving all the different sets we have on the menu right now. But we got these great breaks going on as well. We still have some commission slabs to price up, although we're running out of those. And by the way, so this Rocket Houndoom's getting pretty close out of 16. And when this finishes, this goes to 11 out of 16. So now might be a time to consider buying a spot in the Houndoom. You're running out of time, essentially. All right? I'll see you guys tonight for the late night stream. You want me to be refreshed by the time it's the nighttime stream anyways. You know, I mean, this is pretty much only a 4.5 hour break, less than that if I do the cooking. So you guys want me to go take a rest before we get back to this, right? So I'll see you guys then, all right? I'll see you then.